Hi, I'm Sarah. This is Hardcover Hearts. And I wanted to do a quick little chatty catch-up, bringing you all up to speed on what's been happening and what my intentions are as I'm starting to think about 2026, the Author Spotlight group, this channel, reading in general, and all of the like. The first thing I want to do, which is the most pressing, is to announce the next Author Spotlight series. And I'll be opening up the sign-up form today. And that will be for Annie Ernaux, the French author that won the Nobel Prize a few years ago. And we are going to be reading a selection of her works. As you can see, most are very, very short. We'll be reading 6 of her books. Many of them we will read only in a week because of the length. And one will double up because they're very, very short. So the books in question that we'll be starting with, and I'll open up the first week of reading next Sunday, so a week from today, with A Man's Place. Very small. This is the Fitzcarraldo edition, and it's only 79 pages. So a really great introduction. This is about her father. So she writes autofiction, so very, very biographical, rooted in her family, and so it could be considered more memoir than it is fiction per se. So starting with A Man's Place. After that, we will read A Woman's Story. And this is only 69 pages, I believe. Yeah, 69 pages. This is just as she did with her father. This is the story of her mother and her relationship with her mother, reflecting back through their history. Then we will read together, because of their size, we will start with Shame. And this is traumatic memories of her childhood, and as she's kind of processing through those. This is only, 86 pages. We will read also in that same week, I Remain in Darkness. And this is specifically about her mother's Alzheimer's and her decline and how that impacted and affected her. I think this is going to be very moving, specifically for those of us in the Author Spotlight group who read Simone de Beauvoir's work, including A Very Easy Death, which was about her mother's death, a mother who she had a challenging relationship with, potentially as well. After that, we will read Happening, and this is about her abortion. So this was very controversial and a very bold statement for her to make. This is a very short novel. This is 77 pages as well. And then we will end our time with Annie Ernaux with this incredible work, The Years. Now, as you can see, I have read this before and just bookmark all sorts of things. So I'm very interested in returning to this work with a group of people, and especially after seeing more of her work, because this was the first thing I had read from her, seeing how it all pieces together and how she leverages all of that to create this masterpiece. So how it works for Author Spotlight series, in case you don't know, I will be posting a sign-up form. So for every Author Spotlight, our intent is to read together an author's work and to understand more deeply the themes that they work with, how they kind of move from one book to the next, how they grow, change, differ, what rings true, if there's a way that we can understand what a sentence or what a feeling or vibe from this author is like, so that in the future we would be able to spot that out in the wild somewhere. An incredible group of readers. We only read at maximum about maybe 50 to 175 pages per week, and we only check in one time per week on Voxer, the Voxer app. And the group is phenomenal. We have people all the way in Southeast Asia, spanning into Eastern Europe, into Europe, the UK, and then me kind of bringing up the tail end in California. So the rule is you can only make a comment starting midnight, whatever midnight Sunday your day is, meaning moving from Saturday into Sunday, and then to midnight of that day. So whatever Sunday is in your region, you can check in. And that works for us tremendously because it allows us to talk about that at our leisure, what makes sense for us in our life, wherever that Sunday it fits, checking in, reading all the messages, seeing what other people what their take is on the reading that we've done. And then we start the next group and next reading for the next week thereafter. And what ends up happening is we have cumulative conversations because we have more information that we pull from. As I've mentioned, it's a tremendous group. We've been doing this for 3 years, and we've read a significant number of authors so far. And it's a delight. I can't imagine not doing it. So I hope you'll consider joining us. It is an opt-in. So anyone who's been previously, you have to re-opt back in. And the intent is you're going to read with us for the length of time. And I think we're going to be reading this through middle of February. So I will open up the signups. You'll have until Friday, 5 p.m. to go ahead and sign up if you're interested in joining us. You'll have to create a Voxer account and have a Voxer ID for the form. Do not fill the form out until you have that because I don't look at people's comments on the various social media channels. I only use that form to sign people up. And we will kick off on next Sunday with introductions and start the reading. And our first check-in will be, I think it's the 27th of December. So that last Sunday in December. So gives you a week to read the first one, which, as I mentioned again, is A Man's Place. Okay, with all of that out of the way, wanted to bring you all up a little bit on catch up on my life and what's been happening, because I know I've been remiss in being here. It was a very tumultuous last few years, have been very, very busy. I got promoted into a role that was kind of all-consuming. And while I was still reading, I had no time to video, and I absolutely had no time to edit. And also I had very little time to watch other BookTube videos and to stay in touch with the community. And for that, I'm not only do I apologize, but I also felt that lack. I really, really missed it. I was fortunate enough, I'd say around September, late September, that I accepted a different role at my company. One with a singular focus and one that gives me more calm and space to enjoy and spend more time doing the types of things I love, which is reading, filming videos, talking with you all, being in community with other like-minded readers. So I have been waiting. One of the challenges I had, I probably would have been able to start a little earlier. However, the main editing tool that I use is being discontinued. So I need to learn a new editing tool. I have it all taken care of and I know which one I'll be using. So that's been what some of the delay has been. Also this week, I made the decision to remove Instagram from my phone, and it has made a world of difference. The idea in my head is I will allow myself to log into Instagram from my laptop or from my iPad, but I'm not going to have it on my phone as this addictive call that just allows me to mindlessly scroll, because that's exactly what I was doing. So it's given me so much more time. I've actually read a few more books in that time. I've been able to watch more videos from YouTube and BookTube specifically, which I have missed. And so I'm looking forward to re-engaging that way. So that's just the announcements. It was super quick. I just wanted to say hello, say that I hope that you'll be seeing me more often. Announce Annie Ernaux. And I'll talk about in a different video, I'll talk about the 2026 Author Spotlight Series. So we have a whole list of authors, including one thing very, very special, and I'll do a little sneak peek, is that we're going to in a very slight way, we're going to go deep into Mitford mania. So what I mean by that is we're not only going to read the works of a single Mitford. If you know anything about the Mitford family, there were many authors in that family, six girls, 3 of them became authors, and there's a lot written about them and their letters. So we are going to go deep into that. That will happen kind of, I would say, in the spring. So if you are interested, please subscribe. Keep your eye out for that, because we will be doing signups for that as well. So very excited for that. I'll do a special video, as I said, talking about not just Mitford mania and what that means and the books we're going to read for that, but also who else is on our list for the Author Spotlight series, should you be interested and want to kind of line up your TBR for that time. Trying to think if there's so many more things I want to talk about. I'm starting to prepare my best of, which I have in the past been notoriously late for. And we have to start the year off right with 84 Charing Cross Road reread. This is something that I was so delighted. I was listening to a podcast about movies and about the movie adaptations, and I couldn't believe, I was so excited. What they were talking about was that apparently there's some of us here on BookTube and Instagram and Bookstagram and Book Talk that read this book, 84 Charing Cross Road by Helene Hanff, every New Year's Day. And so she talked about it. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. It's such a joy that other people have joined me in this annual activity. And so if you haven't yet, I would really encourage you and welcome and invite you to join us to read 84 Charing Cross Road. Tiny sliver of a book. We read this every single year as the first book of the year to kind of set us on the good course and remind us of what's important about literature and friendship and kindness, which I think we need significantly in this world. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for joining. And for those of you who have stuck around, I'm really, really grateful and honored, and feel honored that I haven't lost a bunch of people in the interim between when I've filmed, because I know it's been spotty, more than spotty. So thank you for those of you who've stuck around. And if you're new, welcome. And look forward to talking about books more frequently with you all. That's it from now. Bye.